and it's take 22. Hello everybody, my name is Beth and I am the Steadfast Stitcher. This is my Flosstube channel where we talk about cross stitch. And yes, I have had to restart several times already, so hopefully this time I'll get all the way through it. Technical difficulties, there you go. If you are brand new to my channel, I do hope you'll hit like and subscribe. And if you're returning, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here, and I appreciate all of you taking the time out to watch my channel. Now, towards the end of the video, there will be a giveaway, as I mentioned previously. In my last video, I do have an extra copy of the Nashville Market Cookbook, and I would love to share with one of you. So that'll be towards the end of the video. And why don't we get started with what I've been working on? I also have a good bit of haul for later. I may have gone a little overboard for Nashville Market. You'll see. All right, so the first one I want to show is, this I just picked up last night. So hasn't got a ton of stitches in it, but it did get some progress. This is for Devi Glitter Dove Fairy's 50th Fairy Tale Sal for her 50th birthday. She is doing a Snow White piece, and I am doing the Briar from Sprouting Lupine. And I just think the colors in this are gorgeous, and it is a beautiful stitch. So I am doing this on a 32 count unnamed fabric from Be Stitch Me. It was from a Friday night fight night. So since you last saw it, I made it all the way across. So it's not that big. But so I've went across the top, added some more leaves in, and started the castle over on this side. Unfortunately, I realized that this diagonal line with the thorns on it, I'm off by one, so I may have to take that out and redo that line. We'll see. I'll see how the castle works out or if it runs into it. But I really like the colors in this, and I think this fabric is perfect for it. Again, I think I said, but it is a 32 count from Be Stitch Me. And it is a very fun stitch. So that's the width of it. And I think, yeah, I'm waiting. Can't wait to get more done on this one. It's so pretty. Got a great color palette. Let's see. What else have I got for you? Oh, this past Sunday, excuse me, I went to stitch at the library with the Greensboro Stitchers and with Susan Criminally Creative, and had a really nice time. I wanted to bring something that was easy to see, to work on, and I brought this Blackbird Designs with me. This is The Winds of Autumn by Blackbird Designs. And the pattern that I'm working on from the book is Mighty Acorn, which is this one right here. And I was kind of listening to conversations and chatting, so I didn't get a ton done, but I did get some done on it, and this is such an enjoyable piece. And by the way, if you're in North Carolina and anywhere near Greensboro, they are having an all-day stitch-in. Greensboro Stitchers are having an all-day stitch-in first Saturday in May. So I will link their Facebook group below this so you can look it up and get more information on it. So I am using Properly Primitive by Under the Sea Fabrics. And I added another leaf. This beautiful one right here, and some more greenery up in here, over there, here, there, and everywhere. But this fabric is gorgeous, and it's so nice to work on. And I don't need extra magnification for this. It's 18 count Aida. And I'm really enjoying stitching this Blackbird designs on it. I'm using all the called for colors, and I don't know if how well the variegation is coming out in all the overdyed flosses, but it's just a beautiful piece to work on. So yeah, I was happy to get some time on this one. So I think it may stay out so that it's easier access in case I feel like working more on it, because it's such a beautiful piece. But yeah, I had such a nice time at the library with the Greensboro Stitchers and Susan. It was nice to get out of the house and stitch with others in person. So the next one that I worked on was one of my whip go calls. Now the picture that I have, the printout is really bad, so I'm going to go ahead and put a picture right here. This is Farmer's Market by Carolyn Manning. Again, it was one of my whip go calls, and I haven't met my goal yet, but I do have a little bit of time left to work on it. So hopefully I can make my goal on it. I am doing this with all the called for colors, and I'm doing it on 28 count over 1. 1 over 1. Oops. One moment. I just dropped half the floss. All right. Yes, so this one is 28 count, 1 over 1. And it is just an ivory Zweigart, I believe, that I used for this. And it is Farmer's Market by Carolyn Manning. I still have this on the Q-snap because this still needs some time. I love my little best cat mom ever. Chloe is sound asleep on my bed in case anybody's looking for her today. She is a frequent guest on my Flosstube channel. But yeah, I did some more green and some of the brown here on the side, and some very pale seafoam green, which is hard to see right there. So I do need to spend more time on this to get to my whip go goal for the month. So hopefully tomorrow night I'll be able to get some time in, and maybe Monday. But I've got this weekend I am doing the Lindy Stitches event, the Nash Stash. And I'm excited about that. That is Friday night and all day Saturday. And let me know below if you're going to Nash Stash as well. I'd love to see you and say hi at the event if we run into each other. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But it runs Friday evening. I believe it's 7 p.m. Eastern. Then all day Saturday till 3 a.m. Sunday morning Eastern time. That way everybody gets a chance to spend all day. All right. Now my monochromatic Monday piece is, for this month, is Arabesque by Jen Hicks Creates. Now, but I did only work on this one of the Mondays. So it didn't get a ton of progress, but it did get a little bit of progress. I think the other Monday I was just kind of beat down from work, and I was just like, nope. I'm not stitching tonight. I'm just going to veg and watch TV. Oh, actually, I think I ended up reading. But anyways. So I added in and finished the E, I believe. Worked more on the border and finished this little doodad right here. Well, the top half of it. It's a fairly large medallion on here. Kind of looks like a smiley face. So that's the piece that I'm working on right now. I love it. I know I've heard it elsewhere too, but the runner stitcher mentioned about eating your vegetables. which is for spending some time working on your borders. So yeah, I ate some vegetables and did some more work on the side border here. But yeah, I am doing this on 25 counts Weigart Lugano over 1 with Nile Blue from Vicki Clayton's hand-dyed silks, hand-dyed fibers. And it is a gorgeous piece. So I will be working on this again next Monday. And then for April, I will be going back to working on the Black Vintage Sampler for Monochromatic Mondays. So I'm kind of switching off these two every other month. So both of them see some progress this year. Next up is one that, actually, the next two are ones that haven't been out in a while either. This one is, it's part of a sal, and it's Pumpkin Birthday Sal, which was started by Laura Stitching by the Shore. And she has the same birthday sal name every year. It's Pumpkin Birthday Sal. Matter of fact, I finally decided on one for myself for next December, but that's a ways off, so we'll get that to that another time. But so for Pumpkin Colored Autumn, Pumpkin Birthday Sal, I am working on Pumpkin Colored Autumn by Owl Forest Embroidery. Sorry about that. Train coming down. All right, so this is Pumpkin Colored Autumn for the Pumpkin Birthday Sal. And it's such a pretty piece. I am using the Owl Forest threads. And I love working on this, but it hasn't been out in a while. So I was glad to spend some time with this one. Oop. Trying not to drop my threads here. Susan gave me a floss caddy, and I really need to start putting things onto that. So this is from, the fabric is Dying for Cross Stitch, and it's Winter Wonderland medium, and it's 20 count. And again, I'm using all the Owl Forest threads. And I worked down underneath that giant pumpkin house. So I worked on those two small pumpkins, and the squash in the middle is very light. Not really a pumpkin. It looks more like a butternut squash to me, almost. And then the little small pumpkin on the side and the two medium-sized ones are gorgeous. And lots of green vines. But it is a beautiful piece, and I really enjoy it. I would love to have this finished this year. I believe I'm about halfway done. I would have to look at Pattern Keeper again, but I think I'm about halfway through, so I would love to have this finished by the end of the year. And then I'll have to pick out a new pumpkin project for Laura's birthday. Now this is another birthday sal. And it was so funny, I didn't even realize that I was spelling the hashtag wrong. But it's Cozy Cabin Birthday Sal. And it is for Stitchy Sally. Hi, Sally. And I didn't realize she's over across the pond. And she was spelling it Cozy, C-O-S-Y. And I was spelling it C-O-Z-Y. Duh. I should have looked closer at how she posted it. But so I was doing C-O-Z-Y birthdays, C-O-Z-Y cabin birthday sal instead of C-O-S-Y. But anyways, this is Cabin in the Woods from Flossabilities. it's a gorgeous pattern. I love the color of the trees on here. I think they're beautiful. And the cabin's pretty cool too. So I've been working on this, and I'm almost done with my Whipco call. This was a Whipco call for March. Almost done with that, but even when I get my Whipco goal finished, it is going to stay out because I really enjoy working on this one. So I only got a few hundred stitches in, but that cabin's pretty dense. It is, and it really neat to work on when you look at the layers of color in here. It's kind of cool. I love that red door. But I'm doing this on 20 count dirty chalkboard by Be Stitch Me with all the called for colors. Oh, and this is Susan Criminally Creative. This is one of her needle minders. So yeah, this is a fun stitch. So it will stay out even though I'll have finished my Whipco call for this from March. Because I do want to get that one done. I want to get to the trees because I think the colors are so gorgeous. Now, last one. This is Sarah Stitchy's spot fault. I'm blaming her entirely. Actually not, because she has talked about starting this, and she had started it, and I already had it as a whip, and now I think she's either where I'm at or just a little bit further on, and so it made me pull it back out again. This is from Jan Hicks Creates, and I'm going to put a picture here. This is Louise Chappuis, 1840. Oh, I'm just going to go with Louise Chappuis because I can't think of the year right now. But here's a picture of it. It's an absolutely gorgeous and colorful pattern. And I am using this lovely and colorful bag from Patchwork Crossing that I got to hold Louise Chappuis in here. I am using all the called for colors, and I am doing this 36 count. I believe I'm just doing, 1/2. So there are a lot of color changes in this, but it is gorgeous. So since this last was out, I finished a yellow flower here. I did this little bunch of flowers here, which I think is so pretty and delicate. And I did this greenery up here as well. But yeah, it's so pretty. And when I saw it on Sarah Stitchy Spot latest video, I was like, I really need to put this out again because I love working on it. Even though there's a lot of color changes, I don't mind it at all. Oh, spring has sprung here for sure. We've got pine pollen everywhere. And it's not even the worst it's going to be yet for the pine pollen. So, excuse me if my allergies are like through the roof right now. Pine pollen does me in every time. But, so that's the last of my whips. Plans-wise, and what have I been watching? Lately for Flosstubes, in the last few days, I watched Mischievous Stitches last night, but I just commented on it today. I tend to watch on my TV while I'm stitching, and then I have to remember to go back and comment, which I occasionally forget to do. But she had a guest on her latest Flosstube, and it was a lot of fun to watch. I've been watching The Runner Stitcher, but I see he's got a new video out today or yesterday that I need to go watch. Kindred Stitcher, she had this beautiful, I have to go back and replay the video because she had this beautiful Quaker Village that she was working on, and I just love it. So I need to go back and write that down and put it on my wish list. And of course, always the Saltbox Stitcher and Laura Stitching by the Shore and Susan Kermanley Creative. There's so many wonderful Flosstubers out there to watch. And since we're on the subject of Flosstubers, I have a new recommendation for you. This is an under 1,000 Flosstuber. She's brand new, and she is Susan, the letter X, Stitches. She is out with her new Flosstube channel, and she just did a whip parade, which is wonderful. She has got some absolutely gorgeous projects. So I do go check her out. I think you will enjoy her channel. And I will be right back. Now, I did mention a giveaway at the beginning of the video, so why don't we get started with that? As far as haul goes, this will be the first piece of my haul, which is the Happiness is Homemade 2025 cookbook from Nashville. And there are some wonderful patterns in here. Now, a lot of them don't have like photos of them stitched up, so I won't be able to show those to you, but there's some really good recipes in here too I want to try out. And just some really cute patterns. Let's see if there's some that I can show you here. Now this one looks like it is punch needle and applique. This is from Primitive Gatherings in Wisconsin. And it's a little pin cushion, which is really cute. And let's see what else, if I can show you. Oh, this one is on my to-do list. This is from Colorado Cross Stitcher, and it's Mushroom Village. If you can get a good view of that, or if it's blowing it out. But it is really adorable, and I definitely want to stitch it. And she also included a recipe for English muffin bread. And let's see what else I can show you. Here's one called I Say Tomato, which is really cute. Don't worry, just cook. Let's see. There's a recipe for homemade ramen from Italy. Ooh, we're from Romy's Creations. That looks neat. And Teresa Kogut, she has a recipe for chicken chili, and she has got this adorable berry bowl right here. And that is definitely on my to-do list as well. But for the cookbook, I decided I'm going to do Lindy Stitch's pattern first, which is Coffee Date. And unfortunately, the color key did not make it into the cookbook. It got left off for some reason, but if you're interested in Coffee Date when you go through the cookbook, you can find the color key on Lindy Stitch's website or on her Facebook group. But it's absolutely adorable. It is a tall coffee pot with two Gamble's quails on it and a cute little border, and it's called Coffee Date. It's just so sweet. I love that one. So I'm going to be starting that this weekend for Nash Start-a-thon at Lindy Stitch's events. There's another pattern that says the secret ingredient is always love. And there's Stitch with Love. There's a cute little mushroom squirrel from the Blue Flower. But yeah, this is an adorable cookbook. So if you would like a copy, let's use the word, well, since I'm going to start with Coffee Date as my first pattern that I'm going to stitch out of here, use the word coffee in your description, in your comment, excuse me. Don't use the word giveaway. Please be a subscriber. Please be over 18, since I'll have to ask for your address. But yeah, don't use giveaway, prize, any words like that, because it does really attract the spammers. And I am doing a sal with Paula Stitching in High Heels, and it's Nashville Market Cookbook Sal. So would love to have you join in on this. And it can be this cookbook, it can be any previous Nashville cookbook, but we'd both love to have you join in on this one and stitch something from one of the cookbooks. There are some wonderful smalls over the years, and there are several in this one that I want to start. So use the word coffee in your comments. So that is the first piece of my Nashville haul to show today. I was so bad. You saw a little bit last video that I went to my local needlework shop and picked up some things while I was there, including the thread pack from Threadworks. But yeah, there's more. All right, first off, oops, I'm going to show some, there it is, I'm sitting on it. I got some fabric that Barefoot Needle Arts released for Nashville. The first one is called Purple Rain, and I got 32 count Lagana in this. And I hope the colors are coming through because it is so pretty. Very springy. So I think I need to find a nice springy pattern to put on this one. I got a fat quarter of each fabric. So I got this one, Purple Rain. And then they have this one that I saw the picture of it, but it's even prettier in person. I got 36 count linen, and this is March Walk. Oh, I love this. This reminds me a bit of Properly Primitive too. But oh, I think this is gorgeous. So it is, it's not a dark green, and it's kind of like a muted mint almost. It's hard to describe. It's not, there is a little bit of blue in it, but I think the camera is not portraying it quite truly. Like I said, I had seen a photo of this, but it is even prettier in person. And I got the 36 count linen. Let's see if it, yeah, this is gorgeous, and the color is light enough that you can consider it a neutral and put on just about pretty much anything on here, and it would be gorgeous. But I thought this was so pretty. So both of the fabrics that I got are from Barefoot Needle Arts, and it's their fabric. They do fabric dyeing. And they're also speedy shippers, by the way. If you ever want anything from them, they are fast. Now, I also got, now these kind of got put into one pile, so, but I ordered from Barefoot Needle Arts, Lindy Stitches, her shop, and I got a piece from, I always want to call it Liberty Tree, Liberty Hill, I think, in Williamsburg, Virginia. They were super fast. I called them on Thursday and I had it on Saturday, but I'm not incredibly far from Williamsburg. It's about a 4-hour drive at most. But yeah, they were super fast. All right, so some of the pieces that I got. This is from Heart and Hand, and it's Nativity Town, Tiny Town. I've been seeing this a lot on Flosstubes and on Instagram, so I know this one was really popular, but I do have a couple of the Tiny Towns. I have a small start on Honey of a Tiny Town, and that's another one I would love to pull out again sometime soon. But, so that's Nativity Tiny Town. And then this one really spoke to me. I'm a huge, I love to read So there were a few patterns that really caught my eye because they pertain to reading. And so this first one, this is from Cosford Rise. They weren't able to make it to the market this year, but they did have releases. And I got 2 sets of houses, patterns for them. And it's British literature, British author homes, that I just love this idea. I think it's great. And they're little pillows. This one is Sylvia Plath, T.E. Lawrence, and Virginia Woolf. And then this one is Beatrice Potter, Charles Dickens, and John Keats. So yeah, I kind of had to have these. They are terrific, and I'm looking forward to stitching on them. The other pattern that I got pertaining to literature was, this was another one, the minute I saw it, I had to have it. Heartstring Samplery, An Ode to Libraries. So yeah, I just had to have this one. It's beautiful, and I love what it says as well. So it's 150 by 130, and it says, the very existence of libraries affords the best evidence that we may yet have hope for the future of humanity. So support your local library. Okay, now, what else did I get? Because I was very, very bad. From Blueberry Ridge, which is the daughter of the designer of Pansy Patch. I love Pansy Patch designs. From Blueberry Ridge, this is Hazel's Blackberry Burrow. And this is so cute. Look at that little mouse in her house. It's adorable. I just love that. It's so sweet. And from Pansy Patch, I got a Stitcher's Tools, which is a terrific pattern. And where's the other one? Here we go. I put it over here by mistake. So this one is part of a series. I have Summer Garden at Cranberry Manor already. This is Spring Garden at Cranberry Manor. The colors on here are so pretty. I love these little squirrels running at the bottom. They're adorable. And then 2 more pieces. So I saw this as another one I had to have. I've really kind of over time fallen in love with Blackbird designs. So I saw this one and I really love the sampler out in the front. This is Gifts of the Season by Blackbird Designs. Beautiful, beautiful book. So it has there's a pin pillow here. Really pretty. Then it shows you the original sampler. Yeah, just gorgeous. That's huge. And this is Jane Fawn's, her work in 1825. And so that's amazing. And yeah, that's definitely one I want to stitch. It is absolutely huge though. So it won't be this year, but it's 346 by 336. So it's a big girl. And then Gifts of the Season, which is on the cover, is 157 by 169. And that's what's really grabbed me, is I love the bird at the top and the birds at the bottom. And I just really like the color palette on this one. I think this is going to be a very enjoyable stitch. And then lastly, this one really, really spoke to me, and I needed to have it. So this is the one I got from Liberty Hill. I hope that's right. I keep calling it Liberty Tree, and it's one of the other Liberty Hill or Liberty Tree in Williamsburg. But they were so super helpful with me and really nice. And a couple of friends that I Zoom with have been to their store and absolutely love it. So I hope to get up there at some point. But this is a stitcher from the Primitive Hair. And this might be one I could break my rule for on size, because there's something about it. I just had to have this one, and as fast as possible. I absolutely fell in love with it. So this one came with the fabric, which is 30 count from Primitive Hair. Yeah, they came with the 30 count fabric. And so the shop also sent me the floss that goes along with it. This is one I could break my rule for of not stitching over a certain size, but it's not, I wouldn't be breaking it by too badly. This is 140 by 151. And it is 2/2. Yeah, I'm in love. Now there's one other pattern that I really, really love, but I don't have to start it right away, and I know it's eventually going to be on our website as a PDF, so I'll get it then, so I can put it in Pattern Keeper, but that would be Milady's Posies from Jan Hicks Creates. That's one I really want to have in stitch. But yeah, I think I was kind of a bad girl at Nashville. I've definitely stashed for retirement. Just hopefully sooner than later. But yeah, I did really well. So just a quick reminder again, if you would like to be entered in to win this cookbook, use the word coffee in your comments. So that's all I've got for you today. I will be back in 2 weeks with my next floss tube and hopefully my 2 new WIPCO pieces for April. So take care of yourselves, everybody, and take care of each other. I know it can be a really difficult time right now and dark, but yeah, stick together. All right, so yeah, enjoy the cookbook. If you cook anything out of here, I'd love to hear about it too. And I think Lindy Stitches Events is going to have like a recipe review. So if you've cooked something, you can review it during the Nash Startathon this weekend. All right, that's enough for me. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Take care, everybody. Bye.